there is just one drink we need. Nordmead. Nordmead. Chug another mead and another mother mead. Chug another mother mead till you fall down. Chug another mead and another mother mead. Chug another mother mead, Moria. After the long hard days of hunting and of war, our throats are tired and thirsty and our bodies drenched in gore. But we won't waste our evenings feeling tired and feeling spent. We perk right up when we breathe in that wholesome honey scent. That's iridyllic brandy, too fruity for these tongues. You can keep your fancy out to wine, it tastes like Harker dung. Balmora Blue tastes great to you, but here we like it plain. Just fill my mug with a mighty jug of honey, heart and grey. Drinking mead in the halls of Whiterun, the maidens and the men. We swig our brew until we spew, then we fill our mugs again. You can keep your filthy skooma, it makes our bellies bleed. Cause when we raise our flag into another dead dragon, there is just one drink we need. Nordmead. 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 Another mother mead, another mother mead, till you fall down. Nordmead. Another mother mead, another mother mead, warrior. Just make sure to keep it all still straight so you can tell me all about it. Cause I'll be on my way back home to you. Take the time to be loved. Just wear your scars and don't speak. Cause I know you don't have the words, so I'll go slow and let it all work in. Don't you give in and don't you give up. There's more to tomorrow than the sun, and I know it seems long ago, but please hold on, I promise I'll be there. Waiting for the moment soon when I'll speak with my hands and you'll keep wondering when I'll leave again. Oh, you'd say anything, I know that you'd say anything to keep it all around now, but just breathe and please calm down. I know I miss those days. Just make sure to keep it all still straight so you can tell me all.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing tonight? Or this morning, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the stream. Once again, I am Scotty-D49, and tonight is going to be a nice chill night of hobby and rules. It's going to be awesome. Randy Redman, it's no drama at all, my man. Yeah, I did see that they're going to be opening one up in SoCal, Randy Redman. Choc Landlord, how you doing, bud? Hope you're well. Oh, dude, that's awesome that you got very far through, but it's unfortunate they decided not to hire you, brother. But yeah, no, we're just kicking in to another Tuesday night hobby stream. Got the new mic, all sounding hopefully really nice and crisp for you guys and gals. It's going to be awesome just to hang out with you, and too easy, Rainy Red Man. Get a good night's sleep, mate, and I'll hopefully catch you at some point this week. So yeah, we're just going to be hanging out tonight, getting some hobby done, listening to some tunes, and talking some new rules for the Dark Angels, and any rules questions you might have. Thanks, Chalk. Really appreciate that, bud. How's your week going so far? Already getting a hydrate. Oh yeah, 100%. So just gonna leave it for a second, let people rock on in, and just chill out for a second. I might have some other mates joining in chat as well over the course of the night. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, you know what? Let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna flick over to my painting scene. It decides it wants to swap over. What are you trying to do there, Chalk? It decides my stream deck is deciding to bug out on me on my tablet. Let me just reset that quickly. Hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. There we go, swapped it over. But before we actually get into that, oh yeah, we're almost at 150, which is awesome. We're gonna start up the Stream Raiders for the evening. Now I've just got to decide the path that we want to go through. I reckon let's hit double chest. That's gonna be the plan. We're gonna get some good stuff tonight. So I'm gonna start off by placing down a Berserker, who always goes nuts and does well for me. But yeah, if you've got units, chuck them down. Chalk, jump in on it, mate. It's great fun. And so just swapping over the mic so it's in front of me so I can actually get some painting done without it right up in my face. And as per every stream, we're going to start off with some Necrons and get them going. Just going to do the blades on these 5 warriors and get it all going. And I will put up the Stream Raiders timer as well. It's going to be up, going on. Alrighty. Welcome, guys. Welcome if you are just joining us. We're going to be kicking back, hanging out, doing some hobby tonight. I might want to just raise that a touch, just so then this thing that is the pop filter doesn't show up on the camera, because you don't want to see that. Oh, it's nice and chunky. Howdy, King Beryl, how you going? The Necron painting is going well. Just starting up the stream, so just doing what I did at the start of the last stream, where I redo the blades. I'm going to do some orange on the 2 crypt trawls as well to add a bit more colour as well. So it's gonna get done, my friend. How about you? What's been happening? How's the start of your week been? Yeah, nice, nice. Have you had a good start to your week so far, King Beryl? He's not wanting to stay on there for some reason. I'll push him on a bit harder. So just going over the blade, just adding that fresh coat of Runefang steel directly over the top, just so then the blade stands out quite nicely. Yep, I do know that saying, King Beryl. I'm glad that you've had a relatively easy start to your week. I've had a bit of a easy one as well, but getting a bunch of things done. Thanks, Chalk. Really appreciate that. You can, if you are playing Stream Raiders with us, you can place a unit every 5 minutes. Is how it works, and then it is pretty much overwhelming force that we want to achieve to be able to get through. So, but yeah. Hey, Game On Steve, how are you going? Glad you're able to join us this evening. How's your week been so far, Game On Steve? Hope you've had a nice, easy start. Oh, that's awesome, King Beryl. What games do you primarily help adjudicate, if you don't mind my asking? Yeah, it's good to hear, Game On Steve. Like, what type of fighting games, King Beryl? Are they more like your Street Fighter, Tekken? What ones exactly? Yeah, cool. I haven't heard of Soul Calibur 6, but I will, I'll look into it, see what it's all about. So, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, too easy, King Beryl. As with most of us gamers, we can't just stick to one game. We like to play multiple different games.
Brothers, the Emperor protects!
Hey, Chalk. Thank you for the host, brother. Really appreciate that. Nothing like a good Skyrim-themed song to start us off for the evening. Yeah, so I'm actually doing orange, King Beryl, for my Necron energy. So if I just whip that up, hopefully that focuses. That's what I'm going with for my energy. I'm going with orange instead of the traditional green, and I've got the orange on the shoulder pads as well. And then on the blades, and this is what I'll be doing on these ones. I'll just quickly show you. That's the effect. This is my Overlord, but the blade, that's the effect I'm going for. So I'm putting Hugan orange into the crevices instead of doing it traditional green. I'm doing a bright silver blade and then the orange in the middle. And so it comes up actually really nice, and I really like it, how it pops against the blue armor. So it's the majority of the painting. Yeah, it's kind of got a bronzy vibe. but also, like, it's not... I made sure not to pick a super punchy orange either. Because, I mean, you can go orange and you can get super punchy, but, you know, at the end of the day, that's just going to be too overpowering. And I didn't want to necessarily have an overpowering Necron vibe. Hence why I went the more, you know, Runefang steel base, then with the Drakenhof Nightshade for the armor, or the bodies. 2 coats of Null Oil over the gun for the most part. Some parts will get 2 coats, whereas some will only get 1, whereas some get none, which is the blade. And then, you know, then the orange for the shoulder pads, and the Gauss. Touch up some of the spots that need the Runefang steel touch up. Add in the orange on the coils and everything. And then once the Runefang steel is dried on the blades and such, then apply the Fugan orange wash. And it pops really nicely. Meeting that 3 color minimum as you'd expect. Too easy, Chalk. Thanks for coming and hanging out, mate. Really appreciate that. And your host as well, brother. Yeah, too easy. No worries at all, Chalk. Yeah, weirdly the Egyptian theme, but it's also, you know, I know quite a decent amount of color theory, so I wanted something that complements the blue quite well. So, and generally that is your orange. So that's kind of the thoughts behind that. But also, King Beryl, how have you been going with deciding your army? I know you were dabbling between Sisters and Tau. How are you going with your thought processes on them? Are you still deliberating, or have you come up to a decision? So just pulling back all the Runefang steel back into the top hopper so it doesn't go over, and then pull all of that back in. Now the other thing we are going to cover tonight, chat, is we are going to cover the Dark Angels preview rules as they are being released this coming weekend. And some of their rules, I tell you, are really, really spicy. Yeah, no, that's all good, King Beryl. Like, take your time. So, it's, yeah, just take your time, figure it out. Game on, Steve. Enter the Chaos stream. Yes. If you consider Dark Angels Chaos, that is. Yeah, that is true, King Beryl. So, unfortunately, that is the case with Tau at the moment, that the allies, like the Vespid and the Kroot, are kind of the weakest elements in a sorry, not Necron. I'm painting Necrons, damn it. In a Tau list, and so yeah. But nothing's, you know, nothing's saying you can't just solely play Crusade if you do pick it up, and then that way you're able to increase units. Oh, I know Game on, Steve. I know, right? Kroot are right alongside there with Eldar Guardians. So, there's a lot of kits that do deserve new models. And you... Yeah, exactly. The Kroot Shaper was actually in the initial release from memory. So not maybe 2-3 years. No, actually, maybe 3 odd years ago. Maybe 4 at best. From memory. But yeah, no, they definitely do need new models, 100%. Especially all the units they've got in Finecast as well. At least in my opinion. I'm just going to chuck the arms up and bring the chair in a bit further so it supports my back a little better. But yeah, no, 100% agree with you there, Game On Steve. Hey, Brian WG.com, how are you going? Yeah, that is true. So yeah, just really depends on the models in question, I guess. But yeah, that is a fair and valid point. So the Kroot for you, King Beryl, they're pretty much carnivores. So a bit of the lore is they'll actually go into battle, and for those of you who have played the Dawn of War games, you'll know exactly how this mechanic works. They'll pretty much get stronger from the enemies they eat, and they'll actually consume their DNA. So they become a bit like them over time if they consistently consume the same kind of enemy. So, but that's my my extent of the lore around the Kroot that I have knowledge of. Hey Cypher, how you going? Yeah, they're kind of like Tyranids, yeah. Brian says, also the newer stuff tends to be monopose, since the old last gen tacticals you could pose more to make things a little more unique for army building. Yeah, that is true. The Marines are getting quite static in terms of their poses, but I think that is also down to the Primaris variants being limited to the loadouts that they can take. Once they start to free up, they'll yeah, Game On Steve, yeah. So you know, completely yeah, the new Death Guard, that is also true. So it is happening a little bit. So hopefully, you know, it doesn't stay that way, because then that's, you know, not fun for modeling purposes. So I do agree with you from a modeling aspect, but it's just nice to get models out of being Finecast as well. Is more the main point. I know the Kroot aren't Finecast and that they're a plastic kit, and it doesn't apply to them, but a lot of the other stuff are. Cypher, yeah, Finecast was a mistake. You are correct there, sir. Oh, and now my insane detail brush has got a bit of a bend to it. But yeah, no, I 100% like agree, Brian, that the sculpts are amazing, but you know, you want some dynamism in their poses. You don't want them all just being the same. And I mean, you could find it where some people will actually get the newer Chaos Space Marine kit and just get Death Guard third-party pieces, like shoulder pads and helmets and such, to convert up and actually add that dynamism. But then again, it's also dependent on the person in question, as to how far they're wanting to go in that respect. That guy did not just want to stay. Yeah, that's true, Cypher. You could 3D print. But also, you know, if someone doesn't actually own a 3D printer or have the capacity to purchase one, you know, that's the other consideration too. Alright, so just adding the orange to the blade. There we go. Alright, one down. Alrighty, so Brian saying that I've most of the new Death Guard minis and their variants, but holding off painting them until I have a 3D printer, as I have plans for their bases. Nice. I'd love to hear those plans, Brian, if you mind sharing. King Beryl, I like the idea of kit bashing, but I do hope they add certain units in the future. Yep, that's always, you know, hopeful. And yes, the Guavesa would be nice to do and have them. And then Cypher's, I don't know, if you're looking at buying a 2,000 point army of Warhammer, you can afford a 3D printer. That is also true. That is also very true, Cypher. So, Brian's saying, I want them to have a blight style base where they're spreading the plague on the ground, and in that plague is mushrooms. They are growing mushroom men to attack people from the blight. Yeah? So if you had actually called mushroom men something in particular, you could call them saplings. Bit of a magic reference there for you guys. But yeah. So I will finish these washes on these Necrons, and then we'll get into some of the Dark Angel stuff, hey? And have a bit of a discussion based around some of their new rules that they're going to be getting. Who has actually seen them so far? Let me know in chat if you've already seen the Dark Angels previewed rules. Cypher's saying it might just be him, but the current D&D enthusiasm. Oh! Sorry, Brian. Let me undo. I do have to give you permission to post the league, brother. Let me just give you that permit. Otherwise, Nightbot does not allow links. Just give me a hot second. Alright, now you can chuck it up for everyone else. Apologies about that, my friend. It's just to stop bots, really, more than anything. Hey, Actual Goldfish, how are you going? It's going well. We've only just started up in the past half hour, so just chipping away in some hobby. About to chat some Dark Angels, some of the new Dark Angels rules as well. I'll have a look in a second for you, Brian, as well. Sorry, I missed probably, what have we got? Cypher. He was saying, this might just be my current D&D enthusiasm, but Micromen just reminded me of how expensive the 40k universe is, and how it could be so much more potential. How it could have so much more potential. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Thanks, Actual Goldfish, they're getting there. I'm just changing how I'm doing the bottom blades. So I'm doing them with a just flat Runefang steel, and just adding the Fugan Orange wash in places to have that nice pop. So it ends up looking, decides to focus, like that. That's what it ends up looking like for ya. So, alright, let's have a look at these in what you sent through, Brian. Oh, yeah. I see what you're going for. You could count those as Nurglings if you wanted to. So... Oh, sorry, Cypher. Let me give you a permit as well. Don't forget, if you want to post stuff in chat, please ask. Where are we looking? So these are nice Myconoids. Most Myconoid minis are too cartoonish and friendly looking. I wonder if they have permission to sell them. I have those STLs for Mini Monster Mayhem. Arsec is nice Aussie accentuation, mate. Thanks, Game On Steve. Thank you. I do my best. I do my best. Let's have a look at this STL file, or the source of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of different styles that they could do there. Very alien themed Cypher. Nice. Slowly chipping away at these guys, getting them done. Ah, okay, so it's all on their Patreon for how you can do stuff with their designs, Brian. That's awesome. At least they're nice and open about it and have it publicly known. Because some places won't, and then they catch you out with that, so... Which is unfortunate, but you know, it's the world we live in. Yeah, true, Brian. True. Yeah, okay, Chief. Not Chief, sorry, Cypher. That's all good. Alright, this is the last warrior outside the other 5 that I'm working on that I need to do this on. Oh yeah, Brad. It's you know, it's always better to know is the thing. As the Librarian from Dawn of War says, knowledge is power. So, just ignore the fact that he says, hide it well. So. Actual goldfish, yeah. I better hide then too. Yeah, Autobot likes to do that. Let me fix that up for you. I don't know why it goes back and just nukes all of it. Did it to Brian's comments as well. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing the big stuff on your end. I'm seeing it on mine, but I'm not sure if you're seeing it on yours. Sure thing, bro. Alrighty, so that's the last 5 warriors done that I've worked on. Now I'm going to redo a little bit on these crit rolls. I'm going to do some orange actually on these front parts. Otherwise it's let's have a look. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, they looked insane. And a salamander and a dragon, that's nuts. Alright, that's 15 warriors now fully completed to where I'm happy with them. Oh, that's awesome, Cypher. Glad to hear that. And yeah, Brian, that's crazy. And guns on the dragon too. Woo! Alright. So, ooh. I think Stream Raiders is ready. I didn't actually hear it go off. Did it tell me? Did it give me a link? No, it didn't. That's really weird. Alright, let's transition over to Stream Raiders. Thank you everyone for the units. And we're going to start the battle. Yeah, thank you everyone for the help. Turns out there was only one unit on the field. But the winners are Cypher and Game on Steve. Congrats. I'm going to collect these various ones. And that should give me that. Yeah, nice. Alrighty. Then we're going to go up here. Alrighty. So, what am I going to place down? I'm going to place down my Templar. So if you want your units buffed, place them around mine. And we can go from there. I have no idea, Cypher. I have no idea at all. Oh, really? The mounts are all one piece, so they're huge, a huge pain in the butt? That's no good. Alrighty, so hopefully that, yeah, there we go, the timer's starting back up, which is nice. Ah, there's the sweet spot for the microphone. Alright, so now we're going to get back to doing the bike. Now, I do have a couple of second coats to do. I've got Too Easy Cypher. Hope you have a good feed, my friend, and I'll catch you shortly. So where I'm up to, I'm going to do a second coat of green on the shoulder pads. And that's pretty much it for them. Then I'm actually going to be up to touch-ups. But I want to do this first to start it off. And then what I can do as well is I will finish off the 2 crypt thralls, and then we can get back into doing these guys with the touch-ups. So, just very nice and easily. But yeah. So just chipping away at everything, guys, you know. For me, these are, so the bike and a unit of 5 Terminators are my War and Grey plastic units for this month. So if I'm able to get these units done relatively quickly, it's going to actually be really good. It's going to get me a decent head start, especially considering I'm not doing as many hobby streams this month as I did last month, as we've got a couple of events coming up that I'll be covering. So, which is going to be great fun. If you want to find out a bit more about the events that I am hosting, down below on my Twitch profile, if you head under the events panel, there are 2 40k events coming up in the next kind of month or so that I'll be covering. One locally here in Canberra, and another one that is interstate in Victoria that I'll be travelling to. So if you want to keep apprised of what I'm going to be covering, they're all down. Actual Goldfish, ew, Victoria, yeah. Look, I've got mates down there, and my mates are, you know, I've also got mates here in Canberra that are travelling for it, that are mates with the guys that are running it, so it's looking like it should be a good event. It's called, I'm not sure if you might know of it, it's called CoastCon. It's down in Portland, Victoria. It's a 4-round, 4-man teams event. Yes, that is true, Game On Steve. They are doing quite well with COVID, which is nice. But now, what's funny, I was talking with a friend of mine this afternoon. WA's actually flared up. So yeah. Glad Cypher was able to help you out, Brian. Oh yeah, actual Goldfish, I get you, brother. I get you. So yeah. Who knows? I might travel up to Queensland for a couple events at some point soon. We shall see how everything goes over the next kind of year or two. But yeah. So just getting a nice even coat again onto the shoulder pad. Just trying to be, you know, relatively clean with it, hence why I'm using the character brush again. It's my go-to brush for these kind of things. So, but yeah. Also, Brian, if you have not already, feel free to join my Discord. If you hit ! Discord, it's pretty much a community Discord for everyone that is part of the channel here. And pretty much there's a bunch of hobby channels in there, a bunch of gaming channels, even some video game channels as well. So if you want to post up any hobby work or share list ideas and things like that, feel free to jump on in. Just hit ! Discord in chat and it'll give you the Discord link, or you can have a look at the Discord panel down below. Too easy, actual goldfish. Thanks for jumping in for a little bit, my man. And yeah, it should catch next one. Next one's gonna be Friday night as per usual. So hopefully we'll catch you then. Brother, hope you have a good rest of your week as well. Alrighty. I need to get some more green out here in a second. So just slowly chipping away at it, getting into some of the hard spots. I just need a little bit more of the Catachan green, and it'll be pretty much ready to be finished up. No worries at all, Brian. It's also one of the places you'll be able to see when I'm going live for my live streams, as I'll post up there. You'll also be able to find the weekly schedule of what I do posted every Sunday afternoon in there as well. So yeah. So. And also, guys, just a reminder that this Friday night is Community Hobby Night. So if you are wanting to jump in a voice call with me, live on stream and chat as we get hobby done, you are more than welcome to do so. You've just got to hit me up via DM over on the Discord to be able to do so. I've already got one of our community members who will be joining us, and he's actually going to set up his own camera, so we will multi-stream his progress as well of the hobby that he'll be working on. So yeah, it's open to anyone who is a follower and who is also a member of the Discord as well. So a great way to hang out with other members of the community and myself as well. Now, I did say I'd start getting into Dark Angel stuff. And I'm going to do just that. So, there've been kind of 3 releases of relevant stuff. I'm not going to cover the Crusade stuff, obviously. And there is some absolutely bonkers stuff, I'm telling you now, chat. Your minds are going to be blown by some of this. Oh, too easy, Brian. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I hope to catch you some point soon. Hope you have a great day at work, or great evening at work if you're going to work at night as well. Alright. So, there's currently 3 of the Librarian psychic powers that have been teased. First one up is they didn't actually specify what this was, but they teased it pretty strongly. No worries at all, Brian, I shall, and I hope to catch you some point soon. Alright, let me just swap here so we can chat like this, shall we chat? I'll bring the mic directly over so it's in front of me. So, the Dark Angels are going to have a psychic power that allows them to reroll to wound rolls, which is pretty strong. So we have a gut feeling, or I have a gut feeling it's going to be shooting attacks only, not necessarily close combat. Actually, no. I think it is going to be all of them because it was leaked in relation to a close combat weapon, which I will get into in a second. Another of the psychic powers is Mind Wipe. It's Warp Charge 7. You select a unit within 18 inches of the Psyker and pick an aura that unit has, and it loses the aura until your next psychic phase. So you can turn off opposing auras with that power if you're close enough. The other one is Engulfing Fear. Again, it's a Warp Charge 7 value. You select a unit within 24 inches of the Psyker, and if successful, the unit suffers one of the following until your next psychic phase. -1 leadership. It could lose OBSEC or a similar ability to objective secured. Or if the psychic test was higher than the leadership value of the unit, that unit can't perform any actions, and if it is performing an action, it automatically fails. Being 24-inch range and the objectives are pretty close together within 18, that's actually pretty strong for stuff like deploy scramblers, raise the banners, things like that. It's going to come in handy to stop those. So we'll go through 2 of the relics, and then we'll get back into painting. So the 2 relics that have been teased so far are close combat ones. The Mace of Redemption, that is a strength ×2, -3, 2 damage mace, with the ability of each time an attack is made with this weapon against Fallen or Heretic Astartes, on an unmodified wound roll of a 4+, inflict 2 mortal wounds on the target and the attack sequence ends. So it's each time an attack. So it means, you put it on something that's got 5, 6 attacks on the charge. That means you're going to be putting out at least 10 to 12 mortal wounds if you roll 4 ups. Which is gnarly, but it's only against Fallen or Heretic Astartes, so very situational. And then there's the Heavenfall Blade, which is +2 strength, -4, 2 damage. However, its ability, each time the bearer fights, it makes 1 additional attack with this weapon, and it can also be taken with by the Ravenwink Talon Master, even though it is a vehicle. So that's a bit so far. What does everyone in chat think of the Dark Angels, of those psychic powers and the relics so far? I'd love to hear your opinions in chat. But for now, we're going to keep on painting. So done. Game on Steve doesn't like feel bad abilities. Yeah, that's fair. Which one are you referring to, Steve? referring more to the psychic powers or the close combat weapons? Yeah, that is true. It could make for some not so very fun games. I mean, I do get it in terms of, you know, the feels bad. But the fact that auras now only impact core or characters, I think it does kind of mitigate that a little bit. I think personally it will mean a lot of Imperial players that aren't Dark Angels players will take Colexus Assassins. Yeah, that's true. That is also true. Yes. Yes. A lot more flash kits. Yeah. No, I do understand your logic around, you know, what models aren't they selling and they're deciding to push them. So, I 100% get that. Just wanting to get a nice solid orange coat on at least the exterior, so that it's nice and clean. As well as the little front face. But yeah, just slowly getting through the Necrons. Yeah, no, there's not really anything else that negates the auras. The only thing that currently does is when you perform an action as a character. That is the only other thing that stops auras at this point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're making the choice at that point to not have your aura to be able to perform that action. So... But yeah. Do you have any other thoughts, Game On Steve, around the FAQ? Oh, not the FAQ, the previews in terms of the weapons? Alright, so slowly getting the orange done in a nice, solid manner. So that's kind of what I'm going for in terms of the update on him. It's just updating that so there's a little bit more orange present on the model rather than just that little piece on the inside. I think the wound buffed weapons are needed. There's a lot of hit buffs in the game, but I don't think there are many wound buffs yet. So that's the psychic power that they've teased that is for rerolls to wound, but they haven't teased any other ones that are they haven't given the details of that one, they've just teased it in the text. So I think it might be like a warp charge 7 or 8 for that, maybe. Would be my guess.
Gordon Freeman saved my life.
But yeah. So alright, once we finish these two crit thralls, what we shall do is we are going to go and we're going to keep on going through the Dark Angel stuff as well. Well, actually, I can probably have it up on my left-hand side. It's just going to be a bit further back for me. So, I'll chat through them whilst I paint. That's what we'll do, chat. So, next up is their stratagems. And let me tell you, they've got some good stuff on the way. So the first one that they teased was the Line Unbreakable stratagem. It's 1 CP. You spend it in your at the start of the fight phase, and until the end of the fight phase, one selected Dark Angels unit can only be selected as a target for melee attacks if the model is within engagement range. So note, if a unit is within half an inch of a model that is within half an inch for engagement range, that model can't actually attack, which is actually really strong for 1 CP. And that's a battle tactic stratagem. Then, the next one is 2 CP battle tactic. It is Intractable, I think it's called. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a 2 CP tactic. But what this one does is used in the movement phase when a Dark Angel unit is selected to fall back. So you use it, but when a Dark Angel unit is selected to fall back, if that unit has the Inner Circle ability, don't roll 2d6 to see if you can, it can automatically do so. So that means that Inner Circle models have to roll a 2d6 roll to see if they're actually able to fall back out of combat. And I dare say you have to roll 2d6 and roll under your leadership, would be my guess. Oh, yeah, I'm not actually finished the stratagem cipher. So the rest of it is that until the end of the turn, that unit can shoot. So it's a fall back and shoot stratagem. Which is crazy. Pretty much giving them the Ultramarines chapter tactic. Except it's better because you don't suffer the penalty. Well, see, here's the thing, Cypher. You can upgrade a Dreadnought to be in a circle now. So if you've got a Dreadnought with a heavy flamer, can it? Oh, because it's a vehicle. Yeah, that's true. Right, okay. The other thing, it depends on if Deathwing are considered in a circle. Oh. Yeah, that is also true, Game on Steve. Alright, let's swap over to Stream Raiders. Yeah, so you can also make a Land Raider into an Inner Circle stuff. An Inner Circle unit. Alright, let's start the battle, shall we? And where are all the units? There's like one enemy on the field. Are you serious? I hope someone else gets the kill instead of me this time. Hey, Game on Steve, hold on. And Game on Steve gets the 15 gold. Well done, bud. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly collect these little rewards. And then we've got a big one. Oh, we've got a flag bearer here. I'm gonna put down my Centurion. Alright. So place down units, everyone. And we'll keep on going. Strat seems okay-ish, but very situational. Yeah, I agree, Cypher. The thing is, you've got to remember is that it's not specifically for Inner Circle. It says if that unit has the Inner Circle ability. So it's actually can be any Dark Angels unit when it falls back. Did I read that wrong, maybe? Because they're separate dot points, is the thing, on the stratagem that I was looking at it. On it. It's called Intractable. It's one of the first ones they previewed on the first previews last Sunday, I'm pretty sure. Because they've got it. It just splits up into two. So, yeah, the way I read it, it applies to all Dark Angels that can do it. But I could have read it wrong. Alright, that's had 2 coats done. This guy needs the second coat. So I'm not 100% certain if it's for both. I think it is, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's move on. So the next one is the Doctrine ability that Dark Angels get. Which is actually pretty good. And what it is, it's called Fire Discipline. And this is for all the, this is just the standard one. Pretty much, the sum of it is you can fire... I read it right, okay. So it is for all Dark Angels units. And if that unit is in a circle, it automatically passes the fallback. So yeah, it's almost like, pretty much if you've got a couple of units stuck in combat, it's an auto pop-off stratagem. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty strong when I was reading it. So yeah, the Tactical Doctrine Fire Discipline is for the Tactical Doctrine. So you can shoot rapid fire and assault weapons whilst in engagement range of enemy units, but you must target those units that you are within engagement range, of course. And you are firing them at a ballistic skill of 5+. Now, there are other ones that we will get to, but that one is quite interesting. You know, we're starting to see these Doctrine abilities come in for most of the supplements nowadays. Most, if not all, I should say. So, I'm uncertain if that one's only for Greenwing or if it's just for a normal Dark Angels detachment. because I know there are specific ones that are for just Deathwing and Ravenwink. So I'm not sure if it's for just solely... Yeah, I think it's for any of them, as Game On... Yeah, as Game On Steve's saying. That was my impression of it. I could be wrong. Any except Deathwing. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Game On Steve. Alright, that second coat's done, so that should come up nice and solid. So, that's actually pretty good. So, the next one that we'll have is the Ravenwink, was the next preview. And now they've got some spicy stuff. Oh, Flamestorm Aggressors. Oh, yeah. You go in, get into combat, you punch on, fall back in your turn, and just flame the living crap out of them. And just, yeah, that would be insane. I 100% agree with you. No need to fall back? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because they're assault flamers. Oh, yeah, they're assault weapons. So, oh, that's spicy. That's really spicy for that. Good pick up there, Cypher. Alright, so the Ravenwink. They get a detachment ability if all units are Dark Angels or unaligned units within a Dark Angel Outrider detachment, and it only contains Ravenwing keyword units, the following is gained. Bikes and Outrider squads gain objective secured, and if your Warlord is in the detachment, the command benefit is changed to +3 command points. So that's pretty spicy, I would say, for the Ravenwing. Now, I'm going to just keep on rolling through these for the Raven. This is all purely for the Ravenwing. So, the Doctrine ability for them is Speed of the Raven. It's for Devastator Doctrine. They add 3 to their move characteristic if they're a Ravenwing model. Oh yeah, I know, Game On Steve, I know. Yeah, that's true, Cypher. Hey, Dead Eye Minis, how's it going? Yes, it is evening for me. It's about 8 o'clock at night. How are you going, my friend? Hope you're going well. We're just talking all the new Dark Angels previews as we are getting some hobby done this evening. So, the Doctrine ability, I'll keep on going. So you add 3 to your move characteristic for Ravenwing models. But Ravenwing can advance and shoot, counting as though they fire assault weapons. So that's just a straight -1 to any shooting weapon that they shoot after they advance. So if you're familiar with bikes, and how far they move, that adds 9 inches to their move. I'm not sure if this is in addition to the Devastator Doctrine or not, Cypher. This is the first time I'm looking at something like this. I think it's like all the other supplements where these are in addition to the Doctrine ability for Devastator Doctrine. Yes, that is the only downside. Unless I've read that wrong. Saying that they count as that, but they still retain. That'll be an FAQable question, I'd say. So, but that being said, it's still really strong. Because being able to advance and shoot, because their movement base 14 for a standard bike unit, their advance is 6 inches and they get +3. So they're traveling 23 inches in a turn. And that's generally turn 1. So they're going to be up in your face, turn 1. Yeah, pretty much game on, Steve. Oh no, you can't charge. If you want to charge, you just wouldn't advance, right? Because the +3 is just +3 to your movement speed. It's not to the advance. So you'd still be able to move 17 inches. And then it's literally a 7-inch charge if they're on their deployment line. If you're playing table quarters, it's a lot closer to charge. It will catch people off guard. Especially because of the next one. And this is why the advance isn't as important. Full throttle. Yeah, but the stratagem I'm about to tell you about, Cypher, makes up for that. Actually, no, ignore that. It's a different one that I was thinking of. So full throttle is the first stratagem for the Raven Guard. It's 1 or 2 CP depending on the unit size. So if it's a unit 5 or smaller, it's 1 CP. If it is any larger than 5, it is going to be 2 CP. But what this is use it in your movement phase. After a Ravenwing unit advances, it immediately makes a normal 12-inch move, but it can't shoot or charge. Where this comes in handy, yes, there are. So for a Ravenwing, standard Ravenwing bike squad, you can actually take up to 6 bikes with an attack bike and a land speeder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. The other thing as well is that they just use the standard bike profile for standard bikes as well. So normal bikes can take up to 8 with an attack bike. So that's probably the largest unit you can get. Where this stratagem is going to come in handy is if you've got any Ravenwing still on the field turn 5, and you need to deny an objective, or you need to get onto an objective or something like that. It's a bottom of turn 5 player strat. So that you're able to get there, get the points that you need at the end of the game to hopefully tie things up or win the game. It's going to be very limited elsewhere just because you can't shoot or charge after doing it. So it's definitely a bottom of turn 5 player. So yeah, it's not the greatest, that one. The next one, again, isn't also the greatest, unfortunately, which is called High Speed Focus, a 1 CP. Yeah, exactly, Cypher. So it's High Speed Focus, 1 CP Epic Deed. You use this during the opponent's shooting phase. When a ranged attack is allocated to a Ravenwing vehicle, that vehicle gains a 4-up invulnerable save against ranged attacks. Yeah, exactly. Cypher. It's a back pocket stratagem for turn 5. That's all it is. Damn, this brush is just not staying fully dry. Yeah, I know. I 100% agree, Cypher. So it's pretty much a Jinx save. Old style Jinx save for the Ravenwing. Hey Jensen, how you going, mates? Hope you're going well. Hope you're having a good start to your week.
When winter comes, when life is frozen, when the moors they hide away under the snow, fingers of doom will clutch the chosen.
I'm not sure how the Ravenwing stuff will end up being in the end, if I'm perfectly honest.
When winter comes, when times are darkest, when the wailing of the wolves fades with the sun, the wilds are
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. Oh, that's good to hear, Jensen. I am going well. I'm going well. Had a pretty chill day at work, which is nice. I'm just hanging out with some hobby and you guys tonight, and chatting some of the new Dark Angel stuff. Yes, they are Neo from the Matrix. Which is, you know, doesn't make sense whatsoever. So yeah. So I think the real winners out of that, the Ravenwing, is the detachment and the doctrine ability. The strats are a bit iffy. However, the Deathwing, I reckon, is where it's going to be at. So the Deathwing abilities is now where you, if all units Dark Angels are unaligned units, then a Dark Angel's Vanguard Yeah, it's dropping this weekend, Jensen. In event Dark Angels Vanguard, only containing Deathwing keyword or Inner Circle keyword, they gain the following: Deathwing Terminator Squad, Assault Terminator Squad, and Relic Terminator Squads gain objectives secured. If your Warlord is in this detachment, the command benefit is changed to +3 command points. Objective secured, Terminators. Oh yeah, Cypher. Like they really needed it. The answer is no. And yes, that is very Poggers, Jensen. So you thought Dark Angels were good before their supplement. Now they're even better. The thing to note, though, is that Deathwing Knights aren't included in that, so they are not objective secured. Yeah, I agree, Cypher. Especially if your Warlord's in that detachment. So... Now, instead of Inner Circle units now costing a CP, they are now points upgrades. Yeah, agreed. So, for a captain, it's 20 points to be in a circle. For a lieutenant, he has to have a storm shield. And then it's 15 points. Oh yeah, exactly, Cypher. What else is here? The Dreadnought is 15 points to be upgraded to Inner Circle, Land Raiders 10, Repulsors 10, Storm Ravens 10, and a transport that can take Terminators is also 10. So that means there is a lot of units that are able to become Inner Circle. Quite possibly, or he may already just have the Inner Circle keyword Cypher. Because it wouldn't make sense for them to have a character that can't be made in a circle. Or maybe it's intentionally that way and the Dark Angels still don't trust the Primaris. That is true. That is true. So maybe it's just a blanket captains. That any form of captain can become in a circle. Hey Spartacan, how you going, mates? And yes, they may have messed them up, and they just need to adjust it with an FAQ. Ow. A little bit of a muscle spasm there, not the biggest fan of that. But yeah. Yeah, that is also true. That's also true as well, Cypher. They could have messed up, like, the apothecary keyword for the Primaris apothecary. Oh, and I need some water in my wet palette. Yeah, I'm going well. I'm going well, Spartacan. I'm, pretty, chill now that a massive project at work's, finished for me. Which was about 3-4 months worth of work that I was putting into that. And my boss was really happy with how I did with that project, so I'm really glad that I was able to finish that off. Hey, Tenfreg, good morning to you, my friend. It is currently 8:30, 8:40 in the evening here in Australia. Hope you're doing well. Glad you were able to join us. Also, Spartakid, just to let you know, I was able to get the mic. So, for those of you who don't know Spartacan, he's another Warhammer streamer. A great bloke. And he put me onto the mic that he uses, is the one that I ended up grabbing to use for myself. So, Tenfreg, how are you going? How's the start of your week been, my friend? What's been happening? Alrighty. Just chipping away at getting these touch-ups started. Yes, Cypher, I do. I do already start to feel the codex creep. Yeah, I'm kind of like you, Game On Steve. I can always pick up the codex creep, which is always a thing. It doesn't because, you know, they never stop releasing codexes. Yeah, thanks, Spartakin, and yeah, 100%. Yeah, I completely understand that. Alright, I'm gonna need a very fine point on this thing. Yeah, nice, Tenfred. Glad to hear that you're smashing through some stuff. If you've jumped in the Discord, I would love to see some photos. If you have not, feel free to hit !Discord to join. Just make sure to accept the rules and you'll get full access to the server. I don't know why that blocked your message there, Cypher. I don't know why it decided to not like the term codexes. Yeah, I get ya. I do 100% get you there, Cypher. For me, I'm leaning towards using bikes, a lot of bikes.
So, yeah, because they're the most durable unit that still gets special issue ammo.
So maybe, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah. So
But yeah, hopefully, if there is any issues like what
Spartacan has said, that they'll FAQ it and fix it up. Also, is that a battle ready to go? I believe it is. Yes. So we're going to transition over to Stream Raiders. Thank you everyone for the units. And let's kick this boss's keister. And the boss is being ganked, and now we've just got to get the chests. Well done, everyone. Thank you for all the help. And the winner is Jensen, getting a Musketeer scroll. Well done, buddy. Alright. This seems to be a hard one, apparently. So, we're going to go with a Berserker and see what decides to spawn. Yeah, nice game on Steve. Chuck it down.
Alrighty. So I'm still going with these touch-ups. What I might do is if I finish all the touch-ups on everything but the bike itself, I'll get into some more of the Necron Warriors tonight as well for you guys. I mean, it is almost 8:45, so it shouldn't take me too long.
But yeah, we're going to keep on going. There's two more things I want to cover with the Deathwing, and they've got two stratagems.
Now, unlike the Ravenwing ones, Cypher, these are not lackluster. So the first one is Deathwing Assault. It's a 1 CP battle tactic stratagem used during a shooting phase. If a Deathwing unit was set up on the table by a teleport homer or teleport strike, each model's range attacks are +1 to wound. So for 1 CP, if you've got multiple units that came down in the same turn doing that, that's going to be a lot of +1 to wounds.
Voices joined will never tire. Brothers all our way. Streets they run with blood and fire. The price of liberty.
It's only 1 unit? Really? Maybe I misread that. My apologies. I did just summarize them, so I could be reading it wrong. But yeah, no. The next one, though, is for Deathwing Knights. No foe too great to subdue is what it's called. It's a 2 CP. Okay. Yeah, so this one, it's 2 CP, and what it does is during the fight phase when the Deathwing Knight unit attacks with a Mace of Absolution against a vehicle or a monster, it gets +1 to wound and +1 AP. Hey Chief, how you going, mates? I'm going well. We're just chatting some of the new Dark Angel stuff and getting some painting done. I was able to finish off the last 5 Necron Warriors that needed the blades redone. I've done the crypt thralls now as well. Making some good progress on the bike. And we'll be doing hopefully another coat of Null Oil on the Necron Warriors guns as well this evening. So the kind of idea is that, you know, every stream I'll do at least something on the Necron Warriors. And so that'll chip it away and get it done. Oh yeah, it does have some broken combos, that's for sure. We were just talking about some of the Deathwing stuff, and yeah. There's some good stuff, especially pretty much all bar Deathwing.
Calls and we answer.
Hey, Glitched Arrow, thank you for the follow, and everyone. That brings us to 150 follows on the channel. Can we get some hypes in chat, please? Glitchy Arrow, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Yes, you are, my friends. Yep. Hey, thanks for the Epic Warrior game on Steve. Yep. Oh, I do need a stretch. Just give me a hot second. I, just kind of in the middle of a brush stroke here. But how are you going, Glitchy Arrow? How's the start of your week been? What's been happening?
Now I will do that stretch for you. And I will actually stand up to stretch. Oh. And Cypher, what I reckon's more or less broken than Morty? What do I reckon? Do I reckon it's more or less broken than Morty? That's a hard one, I would say. I think, depending on the list, but it's really what it's down to.
On guns. Open fire.
Hey, Game One Steve, thank you for the 100 bolter rounds, my friend. And Glitchy Arrow, I forgot. Welcome to the chapter. I'm good. Just, you know, hanging out for a Tuesday night. I'm based in Canberra, Australia, so it is evening for me. And I'm just chatting with some of my local gaming crew who are currently in chat, as well as you guys that are all over the world as well. And talking through the Dark Angels and just getting some hobby done. Ah, you're in the UK, awesome. Yeah, no, I do agree, Cypher. Dark Angels less so than Morty, yeah. Because think of it that Morty's only one model, whereas the Dark Angels are an entire army. That's what you kind of think of, right? So Glitchiero, have you been doing any hobby as of late outside of the college work you've been doing? And if you don't mind sharing, what part of UK are you based in? Yeah, Chief. That is brutal. So, because the FAQ for Marines obviously nerfed being able to use the Chief Apothecary, well, not even the Chief Apothecary, the Combat Revival Stratagem on the ATVs. So now the attack bikes are what are the best choice to be able to be used on for those. Yeah, we went through the FAQs for the Marines last week on stream. I think it was Friday night, from memory. So yeah. Alright, so just slowly cleaning up the legs. Yeah. Like, the only benefit that they have over the Eradicator is that movement. I would not be surprised if at some point they get a points increase because of that.
even if it is just literally by an additional 5 points. So no, it hasn't been done here. The only reason that it hasn't really surfaced is maybe because people just haven't read the FAQ and aren't too aware of it yet, Cypher. That's the only logical thing. Oh, no, yeah. There was a little bit, but only at 2,000 points did I see that.
Oh yeah, I believe in reproductive rights too, especially for guys. Have you heard of the men's rights movement? No, don't order that. You're probably the last person in this room who needs any more carbs tonight. Hey, you want to meet my parents next weekend? You remind me so much of my mom. These are 10 things to never say. These are 10 things to never say. These are 10 things to never say on a first date. I'm not racist, but...
I'm just going to change the song quickly, guys.
My favorite author?
Alright. Chief saying, Eradicate is 55 multi-melter and Bike's 45 multi-melter and extra guns for support. Yeah. And you didn't just pack up your army and say, yeah, that's cool, dude. You do you, lol. No, I wasn't playing that. I didn't play against it. I just know that there are people who have played it. Yeah, go for it, Chief. Fire away. So I'm just checking something quickly. Alright. So it's currently 9 o'clock. Alright, I'll finish doing the blue touch-ups, and then what I will do is that I will whatchamacallit, do some stuff on the Necrons. Oh, that's an area I did forget. Alrighty, Chiefs. 5 Eradicators and Multi-Melters at 275 points or 3 Centurions with Grab for 255. That's a hard one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cypher's right as well. You can only do 1 multi-melter per 5. Yeah, cheers, Game on Stick. In what way do you mean you didn't think about painting up 6 free blades? Chief, you could also mean the heavy melter rifles instead of just the standard melter rifles.
Tenfreg, I've heard 3 Eradicators work best in groups of 3 or they're overkill pretty much when they double tap, but it's just hearsay. I suppose it depends on the target they're being shot at. So if you're shooting at an Imperial Knight, 6 shots mightn't actually be enough. Something like a Land Raider, 6 shots mightn't be enough. Like, I mean, heck, if I'm not sure if you were around. Dead Minis, Deadeye Minis, thank you very much for the Epic Archer. But I had a Venerable Dreadnought Tenfreg survive 6 Melter shots from the 3 Eradicators. He got my opponent Jimmy last week. I think he got like 3 wounds through, rolled up 11 damage, but because it was a Ven Dread, it was minus 1 damage, so it was down to 8, and I passed 5 out of 8 feel no pain saves. So Cypher, 3 or 6 depending on what slots you have available in your detachment. 6 gives you flexibility. If you pick 6 and come against Knights or Mortarion, they keep 6 in one squad and get more value out of buffs. But if there's no big nasties, combat squad into 2 of 3 adds not as much overkill. Yep, that is very sound logic there, Cypher. I actually really agree with that, because then it's not just good on points, it's also slot conservation. So it means if you're wanting to run something else in your heavy slots, Chiefed, it means that you're then only taking up 1 slot with the Eradicators rather than 2. What it also means is that if you take While We Stand We Fight as a secondary, it means that if you combat squad the 2 units, combat squad them into 2 units, it means they have to kill both units to get the points from you. Yeah, there's also that, Cypher. Alright, just trying to get the blue of this little piece right there. Yep, cool, that should be good enough. Yeah, it just depends on how many CP you're also spending before game as well, Chief. Like, I mean, if you're spending, 3 or 4 beforehand, then it's going to obviously be detrimental. Double tap does not cost CP. Tenfreg, the unit just can't advance. And it has to be at the same unit. Yeah, it would be up to the event organizer if it's at a tournament setting, of course, as well, Cypher. And it's always better to ask something like that in advance rather than asking on the day. Yeah, Tenfreg, you don't. It's at a particular phase during the start of the game. So it's at, I believe it's the same time as declaring transports and declaring what's going to be in reserves. Cypher, you can correct me if I'm incorrect. Yeah, right. Okay, Chief. Yeah, no, it's all good, Tenfreg. Don't stress. Like, you know, as the title says, questions are always welcome. So, and I always try to foster an atmosphere where you can ask questions, and the only stupid question is the question that's unasked. So, and the exact same thing goes for the Discord as well. So if you jump in there and you post up questions, you know, there's an expectation that we're all there to help each other out.
The chapter calls, and we answer.
Hey, Captain Crusoe, how are you going? Thanks for the follow, and welcome to the chapter. So the exact wording is models are deployed before any models are deployed at the start of the game. That's pretty interesting there, Cypher. So, Captain Crusoe, how are you going? Hope you're having a good week so far, and hope you're enjoying the stream. What's been happening? Alright, Chief's got another question for us all. An Impulsor is an assault vehicle, so the Hellblasters and Disembark still move and shoot, but if I use 4 assaults and 2 heavy Hellblasters, then can the heavy Hellblasters shoot? Yes, they can, if you disembark before the vehicle moves, and if you move the unit, they will just fire at -1 as Cypher's just said in chat.
You forgot your name. Don't let your
Yeah.
spirit fade away. Amnesia. You've been through such pain.
Do they all suffer the -1, even if they're not firing heavy weapons though, Cypher?
Amnesia.
I suppose it would be on the unit. Okay, cool. Just thought I'd just confirm that. Alright, I just need a fine point on this one. So, the way that dedicated transports work now, Tenfreg, is that you combat squad and you declare it all simultaneously. So dedicated transports are no longer attached to units, they are their own slot. So you can take up to half the number of units in your army, as is the number of dedicated transports you can take in your list.
They don't take up any other Force Org slots as their own independent ones. And what you can actually do is, because you combat squad, then you can say, well, this unit's going in this Razorback, this unit's going in the other Razorback. At least I believe that's how it works. Cypher might be able to prove me wrong on that. And feel free to do so as well. Chief, but they're disembarking from an assault vehicle, so they can still have full movement, so only the heavies are at -1, and only the heavy weapons they actually, so weirdly, if you have multiple guns, and one was heavy, one was assault, only heavy gets -1, the assault transport has no effect on -1 to hit one way or the other, normal rules of fight, yeah. So any movement rules, as per the recent FAQ on transports, apply to the unit inside. Yeah, and also your TO as well, if it's for an event. It's just one of those, again, complex things. Oh no, we're talking to 10frag, Chief. He was asking about combat squatting a unit of 10 man and putting them in 2 transports. That's what it was. That's what Cypher was talking about, and what I was referring to earlier before I chimed in on you and Cypher. All good. No stress at all, Chief. Alright, if you assume the inferred immediately in before any models are deployed at the start of the game, so immediately before any models are deployed at the start of the game, then you have to declare transports reserves, strat reserves before combat squatting. If you infer any time rather than immediately, you can combat squad before transports. Okay. So it's pretty much then down to how you interpret that rule, which can be read either way. Lovely. So. Oh, we've got a Stream Raiders battle ready to go. I'm just going to quickly do this little touch up on the bottom of the chest crest. Alright. Now, all good, 10frag. Now, all good, Cypher. I'll catch you soon. Benefit of assault vehicle, they can charge into close combat when they disembark. Yes, pretty much. Alrighty. Thank you, Deadeye Minis and Game One Steve for the epics. And let's start the battle. That it? Seriously?
We wasted epics on that. Sorry, guys. That's really weird. Alright, Deadeye Minis, congrats on the 50 gold. Alright. That's weird because it said it was difficult. Alright, let's go for the next chests. And we've got another one of these bosses. This is going to be the last battle of the night. So, I'm going to put down my War Beast, because why not? So chuck down your units, and we can go from there. Yeah, I know Game 1 Steve, very lame. Very lame indeed. Alright. Just got to touch up underneath here. And then all the blue is touched up on the actual guys themselves. Almost done. Alrighty, we're getting through some stuff here, chat. Alright, so that's all the blue been touched up on those guys. That's probably the most work that needs to be done. I'll go through and I'll do some of the smaller touch-ups there. But for now, we're gonna bring out some more crons. Now, these guys have had the first coat of non-loyal put onto the Gauss rifles. Have they had the second coat? That's what I'm curious about. Because... no, they haven't. They've only had one coat. They're not as dark as the other ones. So we're going to get a second coat of non-loyal going. I'm going to put away the remainder of the blue that's sitting on the wet palette. Alrighty. So, we should be able to get these guys with a second coat very easily tonight. So that we can then move on to doing the orange on them in both the color sense and the wash sense on Friday, and hopefully that'll be almost the unit finished. I'll just have to do some highlighting for the silver on the gun, on the coils. And then that will actually be it for these guys. Very, very easy, very simple color scheme for my crons. And it's something I'm really happy that I've gotten a scheme where I'm able to smash out
you know, 5 or so warriors in a week or so, and just chip away at the army, because I haven't bought anything new for it. I'm trying not to until I get everything that I have painted, which is everything that's over my right shoulder here. There's 2 halves of Indominus sitting there, and I've got another unit of warriors sitting in a box waiting to be built. So there's going to be a lot of Necrons that you'll see smattered in addition to the Marines that's going to be painted on stream. So but yeah, it's just a really easy color scheme,
And I really like how it comes out at the end of it.
So and it's a bit easier the second time around because I actually don't do the entire gun. I like a little bit of differentiation in my coloring. So I leave the front housing and kind of this bottom rail actually quite light compared to the rest, just so it differentiates it a bit. And so it's kind of a transition in that case. So it's just slowly chipping away at it, getting it all done. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream this evening, hanging out with me. Whether you're getting your own hobby done, whether you're just chilling out, or whatever else you are doing whilst you are here, I really appreciate you guys choosing to come and hang out with me and spend time with me as per usual. I absolutely appreciate it. So we're just slowly chipping away. I'm gonna need some more black wash, so clean out the brush, get some more in the pot, and then keep it going. Alrighty. Then we're just gonna do some of the spots directly over here. And just very carefully underneath as well. Just adds a really nice dark tone to the metal whilst also having the metallic still shine through. So it's a very easy color scheme, but also it looks great and I'm really happy with it. hoping to get as a bit of a side goal, even though I didn't complete 2,000 points in the 12-hour challenge and nowhere near that back at the start of January. I'm hoping to get a full 2,000 point Force of Necrons done this year, painted, fully based, and actually end up learning them live on stream, and just going through that process, documenting it as I kind of learn them as an army, and share that experience with you guys as viewers. So that's kind of the plan for the back end of the year, once I got a decent amount of Necrons painted up for, say, like a 1,500 point list, to be able to get a bunch of games in, testing out a bunch of stuff, document it, and share it with you all in some VOD content. But I gotta get the army painted first, and that's what I'm working on now. Might just clean up there a little bit so it's not as much. Same in there and there. Cool, we got 3 done. We've got hopefully that should be enough wash to finish off the last 2. I hope. But these guys will mean that the first unit of 20 is actually fully painted, so I can actually legally run a patrol detachment with these guys. Well, at least they're finished painted, not based, obviously. I will still, undergo getting their basing done before I play with them, because that's just the type of guy that I am. And whether I do that live on stream and do it in a very similar process to getting the painting done, I do 5 at a time and chip away in addition to doing my Marines. I might do that way, I might not. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always happy to hear what you guys want to see and any feedback you guys have. But yeah. So just slowly getting there. Getting the black wash on there. A little bit too much there. So I'm just gonna clean up a little bit of it. And Class Warrior. Getting a second coat of black wash on it, null oil. Just slowly getting the wash on there, using the character brush to work it in the spots where I want it to be, more than just lathering it all over the gun. So I'd rather control where the wash goes for this part than have it just go everywhere. Alright. I will need a bit more non-oil, of course. But, alright, so what we got? Almost finished. Oh yeah, I've got like a full, like the pot, if you can see that, it's still like 2/3 full. Like I'm set for non-oil game on Steve. Like it's not that I'm complaining, it's just more that I've just got to keep on getting more out, more than anything. So, non-oil, you go through the stuff. But it's one of the washes that you just use so much of when you know what you're doing. So yeah. See, I'm like that. I'm very similar to that with my Drakenhof Nightshade. So I've got one that's probably about 2/3 full, and I've got a full one still sitting here ready to go to get through all the Necrons. Alright. So whilst they dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get... Hey, Chum Dad, how you going, mate? I'm guessing you were lurking in the wings there. What's been happening? How's your... Yeah, going well. Just, you know, cranking out another Tuesday night hobby stream. So... Oh, nice, Chum Dad. That's awesome. Paying some deep kin. That's great. Ah! I didn't see your previous comment. Yeah, can make some fairly cheap null oil. Yeah, one of my streaming friends, Mango Smasher, he does know how to do that. So, yeah, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're working on Necrons and Space Marines currently, and kind of in a challenge that I'm running this year called the War on Grey Plastic. So it's pretty much a challenge designed to inspire and get members of my community together to work through their backlog and get, you know, through all that pile of shame that they've got accumulating in their hobby wardrobe, so that they're able to say, yeah, I've gotten a lot of stuff done this year. So that's the plan. If you want to check out any more of it, feel free to hit !Discord. Pile of opportunity, yeah, that's one way you could call it. If you want to check out some of the stuff, me and Bav, one of the other guys, who I haven't seen in a bit on the channel. He hasn't been around as much recently. we're currently the 2 people that are doing it, but it's open to everyone. There'll be a prize for it at the end. So yeah. Thought about creating a Trello board for the War on Grey Plastic game on Steve. Well, I mean, I've got a Kanban board that I use for most of my hobby stuff. Alright, so the black's down. That should dry quickly. Alright, so once those guys do dry, in terms of the black, there's 1, 2, 3 that are drying, with a little Abaddon black to cover up some grey. What we're going to do... Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, that's awesome, Chum Dad. Glad to hear that. Alright, I was going to do some more Fugan. Because it's probably the easiest spot whilst the wash dries. But yeah, I've... what have I currently completed this year? I've completed an attack bike, a multi-melter, and finished off 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators. I've also painted, but not based, a Necron Overlord, Royal Warded, 2 Crypt Thralls, and 15 Warriors. So that's 19 models there, 20 including the attack bike, 25 that I've finished so far this year, in just January. So, mind you, I did do a 12-hour stream for the Necrons. So, I was trying to get 2,000 points done in that 12 hours, but I only managed to get about 400. If that. I think it was 10 warriors. I've also done 3 scarabs, so that's going to be 28. So yeah, more close to 300 points. Because warriors, unit of 10 warriors, unit of 10 scarab, unit of 3 scarabs, and an overlord in that 12 hours. But yeah, definitely smashing through the progress. You know, and hanging out with you guys and sharing the hobby progress and keeping you guys inspired to keep on going about your hobby is, you know, one of the reasons why I'm here. Because, you know, sometimes we all need that inspiration. We all need a little pep talk to help us keep on going with the hobby. And so, you know, that's why I'm here. To really help inspire you guys to get through your backlogs and get through your hobby work that you've got sitting there. But also to talk about rules, to talk about army lists, to chat through FAQs and such. So, but yeah. How long have you been collecting Deakin for, Chum? I'm just going to call you Chum, just to keep it nice and short. I did see a little bit, but not an awful lot, I'm afraid. I was streaming on Saturday, so I stream every Tuesday, Friday night, Saturday, and I'm relatively busy with everything that I do, so unfortunately I didn't catch any of it. Some of it did look good. Oh, cool. Started it right back at the start of COVID. Awesome. Awesome. How many points have you amassed for the Deep Kin so far? So yeah, funnily enough, I think one or both of the commentators from the Nova Open, well, at least Adam Camilleri. I'm not sure about the other bloke. I think it might have been Nick Standing, which could full well be. I'm not certain. I know at least Adam Camilleri was an Aussie doing the commentating, but I'm not sure if Nick Standing was is an Aussie or not either. But yeah. So. But I did hear about the lists and such as well. I was chatting with some of my mates last night on a Discord call, organising some events we've got coming up that we're travelling to, and we were discussing the lists, and it was actually quite interesting. Oh, awesome, chum. That's great. Good on you for smashing that through for like 10 months or so. That's an awesome achievement. You should be proud of yourself. Alrighty, Gamer Steve, what do you put? He's finished Han Solo, Leia, Luke, Darth Vader, Chewie, Cassian, Jyn Erso, K2SO, 4 Rebels Specialists, Cad Bane, Boba Fett, Bosk, plus a few dozen Troopers and Rebels. Not much 40k. Hey, you know, Game on Steve, you know, if you've had that sitting there for a while to have to work on, and you get it done, still progress in my book, so well done on smashing it through. Don't we all have a lot to go, chum? Like, I mean, that's all the Necrons I've got sitting up there behind me. If I, like, I've still got 20 Warriors, 12, 9 Scarabs, 2 Plasmasides, 2 Crypt Thralls, 2 Plasmantians, another Royal Warden, 6 Scorpek Destroyers, and 2 Scorpek Lords, as well as another 10 Warriors and 3 Scarabs that need to be built. Yeah, for sure, Dab. Chum, sorry. Yeah. You've got a lot of AOS there, Game on Steve, to work through, so it's good to see when you do manage to get to get it done. So oh jeez, I don't know what your challenge is, man. You got like 300,000 points of Space Marines. Like, come on. Chum, like, best thing to do is maybe just start with a character for an army that you're thinking of doing, and then that way it's not a huge investment, and you can paint it up and see if you actually enjoy painting it, and then go from there. Like, that would be my best suggestion. That'll work for pretty much all the armies except for Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights. And maybe Tyranids might be a bit harder. It might be a bit more of an investment to get one of the characters because they're quite larger beasts. Well, looks like great minds think alike then. Alright, and then whilst I'm at this point, Yeah, Chief, that'd be a good challenge for you. Getting your crons up. Alrighty. Oh, your death guard, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Chum. Like, you can use that for Space Marines and Necrons very easily, or Death Guard. Hey, Pan for you. How you going? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the channel. We're just about to jump into some Stream Raiders. Thank you, Game on Steve, Deadeye Minis, and 10 Freg for the units, and let's get the battle started. Now, for some reason, my War Beast is once again, as did my Berserker or Centurion, went for the chests. And I don't get why. Thank you everyone for the assistance. And Game on Steve and Deadeye Minis won the scrolls. Well done. Alrighty, that is the last battle for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We will start that back up again on Friday and finish off that map, hopefully. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the night as I started, with working on the Necrons. And so, for the last 10 minutes, I'm going to chip away at these, doing the coils on there with the Runefang Steel as well. Yeah, Chief, I know the feeling. I 100% know the feeling, hence why I'm picking up Necrons.
The chapter calls, and we...
Hey, Chumdag, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the chapter. Yeah, too easy, Pan. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing some painting of some Warhammer 40k miniature figures. Which is, you know, my primary form of content that I do here on Twitch. I also do play video games from time to time as well, but they're a bit more few and far between. Try to keep that on a fortnightly basis. I am currently, I am based in Australia. I'm based in Australia in Canberra, I should say, Chum, is where I am based. So, I've been in Canberra for the past 7 years now. But yeah, not gonna be here, you know, maybe another couple of years, but not too much longer. Oh, awesome, Chum. Yeah, there's a lot of us, but it's you know, it's good that there are. You know, that's something that I notice, and that's why I'm here. Is that, you know, I want to grow the Warhammer, you know, community here on Twitch, and whilst also having a place for people to come and hang out, and if they, you know, don't know much about the hobby, they're able to come and chill and hear some discussion around it. You know, we do some live games as well, travel to events, do some event coverage, things like that is, you know, what the plan is. Yeah, like, so personally, I stream my League games
My local game store, Jog Games, runs a league that's once a fortnight, and I actually stream my games. So this week is the off week. It's the Age of Sigmar League in store. So I'm actually doing a hobby stream instead. It's kind of what my schedule is. So if you tune in next Tuesday, you'll be able to catch a live game of 40k. So, yeah. So generally, you know, if you hit that follow button, make sure your notifications are turned on. It'll probably start around 7 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. You know, and it'll give you a notification for when we go live. Also, if you did want to join the Discord, hit ! Discord, and you know the details get posted up there. Also on the Facebook page, I post up the list, and so they're linked. They're always the pinned post, and so if you hit ! List during the stream, you know, you can get the link to the Facebook page where the list will be the pinned post. Oh, that's awesome. So, do you only just start in kind of the last, 6 to 12 months? Oh, literally this week. Oh, dude. Oh man, that's awesome. That is awesome. If you, as I say in my stream title, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I've been in this hobby for over 15 years. And I've been playing 40k for the past 13. So, I have a lot of experience in the game and with the hobby in general, so if you need any advice, feel free to ask questions. And a rule that I have here and that everyone in chat knows, the only stupid question is the question that you don't ask. So never be afraid to ask a question, and don't be afraid to bother me as well. The Discord's also a great place for that too. Alright. So I've just finished all the coils for the Necron Warriors. I'm just going to clean up the paint.
The chapter calls and
Hey, Pan for you. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the chapter. What brushes? I would say the best ones to go with that aren't too expensive, but that are good value that you get a lot of use out of, I would recommend Army Painter. I primarily use their brushes. And FYI, I am not sponsored by them at all, in any way, shape, or form, just as a disclaimer. Our local store sells Army Painter brushes, and so they're actually really good and really reasonably priced. If you look up the Wargamers Most Wanted paintbrush set, that's generally the best place to start. I think it's 22, 25 Australian. And it's a really good set to start with, I'm sure. Because I'm pretty sure it comes with a regiment brush, which is this guy right here. And so it's actually quite a large brush for all your base coating. Comes with, I believe it's a detail brush, which is one that's that size to get all your smaller details done. And then I think it's got a dry brush in it. I could be wrong, if I can reach it. Yeah. I think it comes with one of these guys, so it's a small dry brush for one of your techniques. And that's probably the best place to get started, brother. Or panel, I should say. So don't, you know. Yeah, in that case, try and, when you buy everything, buy them in bulk. Too easy, Chiefs. Catch you soon, mates. So it's Regiment Insane Detail and Small Dry Rush. Okay, so the Insane Detail is the one I was just using, which is this guy right here. It's really fine. So, but another brush that I would recommend in addition to that, the one that I've been using the most tonight, is the Character Brush, which is this guy right here. Size focus. It's quite long, but it's thin, so you've got a lot of control with it as well. Yeah, that's all the red handle ones. So they're great for your base codes. The white handle ones are good for your more detail work and are a bit more better quality. But, you know, either one would work for you. If you... Oh, no. This guy, the monster, I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, the all-round is good, chum. 100%. So... that is, let me just pull this over. Howdy, guys. How are we all doing? Hope you've all enjoyed hanging out with me this evening. That is going to be it for me. We are going to go raid another Warhammer streamer. I'm going to hang out with you guys for about another 10 minutes in their chat. Just going to let you know about a couple of things that are coming up. So, on the 20th of February, we have got Grim Dave 1 happening at Jolt Games in Mitchell, down here in Canberra. I will be covering that event. I won't be playing. I'll be live streaming it and commentating the games. It's going to be an awesome setup. You'll be able to hear the player audio as well as myself. For all 3 rounds, 2,000 points GT missions. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Then literally 2 weeks later, I am down in Victoria for CoastCon, which is a 4-round, 4-man team event. It's very much a Beer Hammer style. It is ITC, so the Independent Tournament Circuit rankings. And it will be 2 games each day, and it's, you know, we'll have one of the games from the teams, and I'll also be updating you with how the other teams, the other matchups in the teams are going, and interviews and such as well. Normal. So my normal schedule is always Tuesday night, Friday night, and Saturdays during the day. So Tuesday nights you can generally catch me from 7 p.m. Friday nights from 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. all Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time at the moment. And you know, I do at least 2 hobby streams a week. There's at least 1 game in there, which is generally on the Tuesday nights, as we've been saying, for my local game store league. And we've also got some video gaming coming up. So this Saturday, we're hoping to be playing with Brightspark, who is another Pipeline streamer. If you don't know about Pipeline, pipeline.gg is a mentorship program for new and up-and-coming streamers that I'm a part of. It's an awesome, awesome program. Absolutely love it. And so we'll be streaming. We're hoping to play Escape from Tarkov, but I'm going to get something 40k related back up. Just in case as well. I reckon we might get some Space Hulk, the newest version, going and see how that goes. But guys, that's pretty much all I have for you. Too easy, chum. Catch you then, mates. Might see you Friday. Yeah, no worries. You know, if you want to stay apprised and interact with the community more, hit exclamation mark Discord in chat. Give you the link for our Discord where you can come and hang out offline with the community, which is always appreciated. And I'm in there from time to time as well, posting up schedule stuff, posting up when we're going live, as well as progress shots and such as well. So now I'm going to find the streamer we're going to go raid quickly. I'm just looking in the Warhammer channels right now. Let's find someone who's Heralds of War, no. A good friend of mine and local Canberra streamer as well, Red Belly, is currently online. He's also playing Stream Raiders for you guys.
we're going to go raid him. He's an awesome bloke. He is working on some Death Guard, hopefully. So he's, again, another Aussie streamer. We're going to go head over with the raid to him. It's going to be awesome. Yes, but not Poxwalker's game on Steve. So if you can join the raid, make us the largest raid possible when we head over there to say g'day to Red Belly. I'll be in chat for about 10 minutes or so with you guys as well, just as a reminder. But for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me. I will catch you again at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And I will catch you in Red Belly's chat shortly. This is me, Scotty D49, signing off. Catch you soon.